Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Holly's. It's my birthday mystery crochet along shawl, the changes I made, and the yarn that I used. So it's not really like a review of her pattern, I just made it bigger. And then I really wanted to talk about this sparkle yarn. Okay, so if you watched, I think it was my Thursday video, you saw I made a Holly's. I still haven't woven in the end. I made her shawl, and I'm going to tell you guys, I still absolutely love it. I love this yarn that I used. It's DK from Paintbox. The beautiful colors. I just love it, and I like that I use this hot pink because it kind of reminds me of Holly's hair, and it's her birthday shawl. You know what, and I still might be able to use it to wrap up a little bit. But being that I am a fluffier gal, excuse me, Flynn, you know, it just kind of is just a little small. It doesn't lay right over my broader shoulders. And then I just have this little bit here hanging. But you know what? I do love it. Maybe I'll wear it. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just wear it around the house. Who knows? But I decided to try to make it bigger. I also wanted... Are you okay? I also wanted to make it with worsted weight yarn. So what I have here is the much bigger version. I did a lot of things a little different with this. First, I love this yarn, the sparkle one. Previously, I had gone to the store and I bought the teal, the purple, and the pink. I needed a fourth color, so I zipped over there. I didn't choose the white because it had a gold thread through it, and I didn't think it looked too well. Then the other sparkle colors that they have are much brighter and bolder, like a blue and a red and a green. So to stay in the pastel family, I chose this. They also didn't have a variegated. Elma suggested me try to get a variegated to pull it together. I couldn't find it. So, I love this yarn, and this colorway is actually called Blush Sparkle. So with the worsted weight yarn, I went up to a 6 hook. This is very large. This is, for me, I'm not really a shawl person. I don't typically wear a shawl if I'm going to go somewhere to church. I don't usually wear a lot of dresses. I usually wear shirts that are full like this, or tank top style dresses with a cardigan. So I don't cover up with a shawl. So I like to have wraps. And you're like, why make a shawl if you don't like them? Well, because the pattern was awesome and I wanted to make it. So what I did is I turned this into a wrap. So I used worsted weight yarn and I used a 6-point hook. I think you could still get a very decent sized if you drop to a 5.5 hook. Maybe even a 5. It depends on how big you want your wrap. But I wanted it big. Okay, let's turn Juanita around so you can see the back. This part of the shawl, I did exactly as the pattern calls for. I did every stitch and stitch count the way she wanted, with the worsted weight, with the 6-point hook. And when it came to the teal part, the wings of it, if you will, exactly the same. Okay? The only time did I start to change is when I got down to this part. The pattern actually calls for, if you can see, it's the reverse. It goes purple, peach, pink, or I think color A, B, C, D, and then it does A, B, C, or no, wait. I think I'm supposed to end with the same color that I started with. You see that? Hot pink's on the top, hot pink's on the bottom. But because I wanted it bigger, because I already could tell it was very much longer, I decided to add one more color at the bottom. And this is actually a 3 or 4 row pattern. You do 1 row where you're going into the baubles, which is a treble crochet, double crochet alternate. Then you do a row of front post double crochets, which gives you this line of texture that you can't really see. Right there. There you can see it. Then you do a line of double crochets. Then you do a bobble. And that is the 4-row repeat that you do to have these stripes. So I did 1 hole extra. Now I did not write the numbers down. I just followed the pattern. Then to add the final row, I did the row of treble crochets and double crochets that go through the bobble. I did the row of front post double crochets to get that row of texture here. I did the row of double crochets and then I put the scallop on it. I think that is bigger, so it's probably 6 rows bigger than what Holly calls for. So basically, if you wanted to make this shawl into a wrap, you're going to follow her pattern exactly, minus the fact that you're changing the yarn and the hook, and then add 1 more set of this repeat. It's a repeat of 4. You do this 3 times. I did it 4 times, or I did it 1 more extra time, and then I did it another time, but instead of doing a row of bobble, I put her shell there. Yes, just 1 moment. So I'm going to hold this up so so you can see about how big it is off of the half of Juanita. Do you see that, you guys? It is very long. In fact, I'm going to pause this, put it on, and put this one on Juanita. Okay, so Juanita is wearing Holly's, and I have mine on. And as you can see, it covers my whole arm, and it comes all the way down. Now, I just want to say that I loved this pattern. I loved Holly's pattern. She did a wonderful job. I've never made a shawl or a wrap like this ever. The pattern was easy to read. I liked the variety of stitches. I liked the lines of textures that she used. I liked the construction of it. I just wanted it a little bit bigger. And I think that that is, you know, my weakness is I don't know how to write patterns. I don't know how to get started. But once I see a pattern, I'm usually pretty good at being able to modify it to make it so that, you know, so I can wear it or make the changes I want. So yeah, I don't want, if Holly actually even watched this video, which I don't think she does, I don't want anybody to think I did not like her pattern. I didn't think it was good enough or whatnot. I really loved it. It's gorgeous. If you are a medium to a petite size person, this will be lovely for you. But if you are a bigger gal and you want to, you know, be able to cover up more with this, I suggest bumping it up to a worsted weight, bumping up your hook size, and then adding another row of colors so that you have all 4 of your colors down here. If I were to do this again, you know, maybe I'd have a row of purple right here before I did the hot pink. Okay, so that is the talk about the pattern. Now I want to talk about the yarn. I'm going to scoot over a bit so you don't have to see my Child's Max box cars in the back. Okay, let me pause. Okay, so all in all, I love this yarn. There's a lot of projects where I actually love this yarn. Now, this may seem like an obvious statement to some of you. Maybe to others this will be enlightening, like it was for myself. Because the metallic strand is added to this yarn, it is not as soft as I love this yarn. And of course, because it's got that little piece of metallic running through it. So keep that in mind. I haven't yet washed my project. I literally just finished weaving in the ends. And I was like, I got to get this video done. So I will say it's not annoying, but you can definitely feel a coarseness in the project because of the, I wish you could feel it, because of the metallic. The other thing about this yarn is where these colors are cute or pretty, I do like them. These aren't the colors I typically wear. This is what I wear, and I really wish they had more variety in these sparkle colors. Now, the one bad thing about them, and you know what was interesting? I noticed it most with the pink. Can you see that? Now, I honestly have only worked with sparkle yarn one other time, and it's when I used Bad Girl Wolf Studios hand-dyed Galaxy yarn. I made that New Path shawl from One Dog Wolf. That had a stellina in it, and it did not come out of the yarn. It was perfectly within the woven yarn, and I never had any problems with it. But this one, as you can see, the stellina, or the metallic, is popping out. If you can't see it, it's right here. And, oh, here is a big pop here. You know what? And here's some more here. Oh, and that's my hair. So it kind of got annoying because sometimes the crocheting would get caught up on the stellina, my hook. And my first thought was, if I'm going to have to frog this, just like when you have a real fuzzy yarn, like an alpaca or a mohair, sometimes those fuzzies get caught up in the stitch, and when you go to frog it, it starts to rip. So I like the look of the sparkle. I don't even know if you can see it from there. I think if I were to do this again, I probably would just buy these colors without the sparkle, because I just don't like all of the strands. I mean, look how far this one comes out of sparkle popping out there. Now, because this is usually for me, like I said, I'll just wear it and deal with it, if you will. But I think I would probably, oh, there's Maddie Boo.
Hi.
I'm kind of disappointed. I might not use this sparkle yarn again, because Karen Simply Soft makes a sparkle yarn, and that sparkle doesn't come out. And One Dog, like I said, that Galaxy yarn, that sparkle didn't come out. So maybe be a little pickier and choosier. I'm not trying to slam Hobby Lobby. Maybe this is their first round of the sparkle yarn. But it really, I mean, all over, it's just coming out. And I think if you had to frog it, you would have a problem. Luckily, this round, I didn't make any mistakes. This one, actually, I did make a mistake on this one. I missed a bobble. Isn't that horrible? I'm not going to show you because it's probably over here somewhere, but you'll just have to believe me. I missed a bobble. This pattern is very easy to make. I started this Friday morning before work. I get to work a little bit early because I drop my kids off at 7:45, and I don't start work till 8:15. So I was able to crochet a little bit in the car, and then I crocheted Friday night. I crocheted most of the day Saturday, although we had a few outings that we had to do. We had a Boy Scout event from 2 to 3, and I went to the teacher's closet, which is a donation type place where teachers can go get supplies for their room. And then I mailed out, you guys, I mailed out Suzanne Berkey's Shell Stitch Shawl. So she should be getting that Monday, Suzanne. I can't wait to for you to have your shawl. So, I mean, I did do a few things, and then I worked late last night. I crocheted late Friday and Saturday. I would say the most annoying thing about this whole thing is the amount of bobbles. I mean, when you're on that 5th half double crochet before you pull the loop through, you're just like, will this ever end? But then once you get to the double crochet rows, it flies. So, yeah, that's I highly suggest if you got an extra $5 laying around, purchase this off of Ravelry. It's a really great pattern. I don't know if she has it for sale on her website or not. And if you are a bigger gal, or if you just want a really big wrap, or if you're making it for someone bigger, bump it up to the worsted weight yarn, do a 5.5 or a 6 hook, and you can make, I mean, isn't this gorgeous? It's huge though. After this little bit, I'll put it on and take a back view. So yeah, I think you can do it. And then if you do want to make it bigger, add one more row of the bobble, that 4-row bobble pattern, to give it a little more length. And that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for sharing my videos. And Suzanne Berkey, I hope you enjoy your shell stitch shawl. I hope for the next video I will pull a random comment from the Crochet Crafters Challenge video to see who wins. Jane wins from Scraptastic Yarns Summer Crossing Shawl. And friends, if you want to make your own Summer Crossing Shawl, you can get that pattern off of Ravelry from Jane. Jane sells that pattern on Ravelry. you should check it out. It's a really great, nice pattern to make if you have a giant skein of ombre or a nice big cairn cake. It's really nice. Okay, just 1 minute. All right, thanks for watching and subscribing. And until then, happy crafting. Bye.
Bye.